the quote that you used from the New York Times, which, by the way, is also something that jumped out at me today, is already helping the Russians with optics without their even trying to do anything, because it seems that for the journalist who wrote that article, international means Western, exclusive, with a few of the security dependencies in the Pacific region. The rest of the world, with more than 3/4 of the planet's population, seems not to calculate as part of the international community. I listened to President Putin's speech today. It was unusually long, by the way, as Ayos's report mentioned correctly. But what struck me is that there was not a single reference to Ukraine in the speech. All the references to the conflict in Ukraine came during the Q&A after the speech. And this decision to focus on A, the Russian economy, which was the crux of the speech, but B, also the global economy, I think speaks a lot to the narrative that is coming out of Moscow, which is that Moscow does not assume that NATO's right to expand into Ukraine is the most important thing on every government's list of priorities all over the world, and that economic relations are actually the most important thing. And that already is a profound difference from what we're hearing coming out of the Western capitals and from Western diplomats and leaders who visit Africa, South America, Asia, where it's all about Ukraine. Putin made it very clear today that what he called the deformed neo-colonial economic model, the Western-centered era of globalization is coming to an end, that a multipolar era of economic integration is coming to replace it, that these changes, as he put it, are permanent and irreversible. And he was essentially speaking to the global South, to the majority of the world's population, and asking them to make a claim, to play a role in formulating the rules by which the geo-economic game is played in the world. And that's why so many non-Western countries were represented at the forum. I see it as one of the data points that all tend towards the de-dollarization, the de-Westernization, the recalibration of global geopolitics and geoeconomics, even more importantly.